he just does something different to them. You know, like the youth and everything. Like they singing the words like they was here when we did these records. I'm like, whoa.
Well, X is anointed though. Like
Facts.
anybody that's ever been
That's
around
a
X,
real
you can
fact.
tell like God is in DMX. I don't give a fuck what his condition is. I don't care what he like.
That's
What he
a fact.
on, he is anointed.
But he's one of the most generous people I know. Also, like we went out one time, and it wasn't even like that for him. Like that, he paid for everybody.
Wow.
In the restaurant food.
Everybody in the restaurant?
Everybody. He was like, God told me to pay for everybody food. And I was like, he said that?
I can't interfere.
I was like, man. And the ill part was we was the only black people in the restaurant.
Now, what restaurant was it before we get too excited now?
It doesn't matter. Even if it's McDonald's, man. There's still a lot of people.
And now it was like some diner upstate where he was at, where I went to go visit him. But then I went to go visit him, so he paid for all the food. I went up there to go see him by myself. I was driving something up there because he liked to drive, so I like, you know, just lifting his spirits up and just doing what we do. And then he's like, yo, Scarface is performing. I'm like, okay, what's up? And he's like, in Boston. So we got to drive to Boston to go see Scarface perform.
And where was y'all at here?
We was like 2 hours upstate New York.
Okay.
So then we had to drive like 4.5 hours to Boston to see Scarface. It's the only person, like Scarface and Nas, is like, that's who X is going to go physically show up and fan out.
What music do y'all listen to in the car on a drive like that?
What were y'all driving?
That's like when I first got the 720.
You drove your McLaren. So your McLaren got mad miles on it right now.
4.5 hours. But what do y'all listen
Yeah,
to?
all because of him.
What's that soundtrack in the car? Y'all listen to like?
He liked to listen to old school music, but mostly in the car, I'm not going to lie, like we communicate.
Y'all talk.
Yeah, we communicate. It's like the perfect time for us to just talk about everything and you know, because like even though we super close, like we don't have a lot of sitting down time. It's a lot of passing you good, this, that. But like, and that's one thing I encourage for us to like sit down with our friends and our loved ones and really find out how they doing, because most of the people, they bothering us, but they really don't want to bother us. So like they're gonna get past the thing that they have to bother us with. But if you sit down long enough, they're gonna start telling you like the real stuff they don't want to bother us with, and that's where. And hearing him, it allowed me to kind of critique certain different things in his favor because I know where his mind was at. So it's like I'm thinking he like this is like, man, like he just want this, right? And so knowing each other is like is something major that we should definitely work on more.